Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch this. Come on in and join me. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, and join me on this spiritual coffee house today. If it's first time joining me, thank you for coming in and taking time out of your day and being a part of my morning. My name's Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and astrologer. Big mouthful, man. That just rolls off the tongue. Blah. This is what but is it, when I looking at the energies and looking at what's coming forth, when you say this is who I am, I mean, stepping into those words, what does that mean? What does that mean when I say that, right? And being that true, authentic self of who I am. That is really a notifications are just going out now. Thank you. That's huge. And some of those things that, when I say psychic medium, or if I say, spiritual love of life coach, it has taken me, some of those have taken me a while to actually to own those words. So that's, I feel, with a lot of the energies coming in, is begin to step into your word, begin to step into the true authentic self of who you are. And many times we ask ourselves, well, what does that mean? Because you hear me say, shine your light, and you're like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean for me to shine my light? And what does that mean to be my true authentic self? And for me, it is, my journey of stepping into it started, many, many moons ago. And it started when I was a young mom with 4 kids, trying to find my way, trying to find out where I fit in and create a positive world that good morning, may not fit with other people's agenda. Yet I had to get uncomfortable with it. And it took a while to get uncomfortable with it. It took a while to come into that uncomfortableness of saying, yeah, this is, who I wanted to step in. Even to use the word psychic, it took me the longest time to own that word. Right? It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'm a psychic. It was like, oh yeah, I'm a psychic. I'm an intuitive. I'd come across very quiet with it. I wouldn't, be very boisterous with that. I mean, when I first did readings, I mean, the first time it was July 1st and in Penticton, and it was 2004, I think, 2004, July 1st. And it was Canada Day, and I set up in a place called Gyro Park in Penticton and started doing readings. I just said readings by donation. Like I didn't have, a tarot deck or anything. I was just downloading and doing downloads and readings for people. And it was scary because it was putting myself out there and stepping into that truth of who I am. And sometimes stepping into the truth of who you are is not an easy piece, because there is a part of you that wants to appease the outside world and want to be that that person that fits in with everybody else, that person that isn't being weird or isn't being too abstract. And as a young mom at the time, that was my thing, is that it was already enough that my children were half black and half white. That was one thing that I knew my children had to. It is a blessing and a curse. And a lot of people may not understand that. if you're not, if you're not half, if you don't, it is where you got the blessings of both worlds. You got the blessings of understanding that beautiful culture of where my husband came from and the beautiful culture of where I come from, and how they merge together. But it's also a curse because other people don't understand it, or they misjudge you. They judge you for whatever reason, or they call, they have names for you. And so, to have a mom that is weird, woohoo, abstract, yeah, and then they're still, I was very conscious, trying to be very conscious of that identity for them, and really not to give them, I guess, normalcy in some kind of crazy way. And it is a journey. It is this journey that we've all had to take. And it took them a long time. Like, even when people ask, what does your mom do? They would say, I don't know. I have no idea what my mom does. She just does something. People come see her, they give her money, and then they leave. I don't know what she does, but she does this stuff, and she brings in, and she lays them on table, and they leave. They seem to leave happy, so they didn't really understand, even though I've tried to, I explained to them what I was doing and everything else. But still, it was, I find that stepping into our true authentic self, stepping into that part of who we are, is a journey. It is a definite journey. And I think even for my children who are still trying to find their true authentic identity, it is a journey. And especially in today's world is not like yesterday's world, but today's world, where is a challenge. And I think it's a challenge when they have that authentic, that they're having to be identify them. Oh, just one emergency. I called emergency services for this appointment location. You're receiving this message because I have listed you as an emergency. Okay, I don't know what this is. What's that? Weird. Anyways, something weird came up. Anyways, emergent, something about emergent, but it's not what I think it is. But this is, my phone goes off and I look at it, I shouldn't. But this is where I'm feeling, for identification. And sometimes in standing in who your true self is so that you are not serving two lords or two gods. And that's where I feel like, for myself, and this energy that's coming in, especially with Venus in Aries, is stepping into that true authentic self of who you are. That Venus energy is very, very, very powerful, because it is that of, doesn't matter where I am, I'm always going to be the true version of who I am. And it may not be the one that you like. And I think that's, also, I'm going to bring my kids into it. Even for them, there's going to be parts of them that other people obviously are not going to like, or they're not going to care about. And it is that energy that's going on, that about us stepping into that true authentic, stepping into our true authentic self, and what that means. And Venus being this energy, who we always perceive her as being beautiful and elegant and all of this, has this warrior side of saying, yeah, this is me. This is who I am. I'm stepping up to who I am. I'm not allowing somebody else to identify me as being something other than who I am. And I will fight for what I believe in. I will fight for this. And others will, look at her and say, well, aren't you that pretty girl? Aren't you that pretty one that sits at the side of the road? Aren't you that one that just, sort of wants to have beautiful things? And she comes out and she goes, yes, I like all of that, but I still stand up for other people, and I stand up for the dignity, and I stand up for what I need to stand up for. I am still that beautiful warrior energy, but I'm going to stand up in a way that is going to bring forth my truth in what I do, in everything that I want to do, and in everything that I do. And that is the most important thing for us, is standing up in our true authentic selves, standing up in truly of who we are. And it is a journey. It is a journey each and every day that we have to take when we walk out the door and look at ourselves and say, I need to be who I need to be and not the version that somebody else expects me to be. Doesn't matter if they have an expectations that they expect me to be this way or act this way. That's not who I am. I want to be me. And stepping into me saying I'm a psychic medium or a spiritual love of life coach, that's me stepping into my true authentic being of that's who I am. I live in this world. I live in the astrology. I watch the planets. I watch the moon. I watch these aspects. It is a part of me. I know that that part of me is a part that allows me to stand up in my power and stand up in my truth. And in doing so, by example, gives that for my children to be able to do the same and not be pushed upon in some manner. Short notice today. Just going to leave you food for thought. If you're interested in any of my classes, the Fairy Workshop will really help you to step in your true authentic self. It is a 15-week workshop, but it is really coming into the depths of who you are. Have a blessed one, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.